Hey everybody, how are you? For so long I have wanted to try this witch pack face mask. I've gotten into doing masks in a big way in the last couple of years, and when I saw this one I obviously needed it. It's Korean, it's from Zombie Beauty range. Here in New Zealand at the moment it's summer, it's really hot, and I've been jolly stressed out. So this mask says that it is bewitching green tea magic to calm puffy skin. Green, I guess because it's primarily made of green tea. Instant calming, fresh coolness to inflamed skin. Immaculate pore residue removal. Purify the curse. So I guess it's like a kind of clay mud mask with green tea and Centella Asiatica, etc. It's supposed to cool the skin down, reduce redness, puffiness and imperfections, that sort of thing. Anyway, as much as doing a mask is fun in itself, I thought I would make this video even more fun by talking about witchcraft history, because that is a really interesting subject. Kind of in the same vein as my old bath bomb videos that I did a few years ago, remember those? Where I would often talk about an historical or dark thing associated with the theme of the bath bomb. So hopefully you'll find this video educational. Ooh, purple on the inside. So this packet here comes with 8 of these mud masks. An applicator brush with which to applicate it. There we go. Ooh, soft. Soothes, purifies, cleanses. I think that would be so nice. So I guess I just take it out of here and smear it all over my face. The history of witch persecution is a huge subject spanning several centuries and requiring a lot of spade work to know why and how it happened and was so widespread, including but not limited to learning about the 30 Years' War, the Reformation, the publication of the Malleus Maleficarum and King James VI Book of Demonology, and political and religious climates at the time. However, I'll keep it brief and skip straight to the best bits. Everyone's heard of the Salem witch trials in 1692 in Massachusetts, in which 19 people were burned as witches, another 5 dying in jail, and 1 pressed to death, bringing the total number of deaths to 25. Wow. Meanwhile, 70 years earlier in Germany, the Würzburg witch trials saw the brutal deaths of no fewer than 900 people, including 19 priests and many, many children. In nearby Bamberg were executed another 1,000, another probable 1,000 down the road in Trier. Those were just the biggest. There were way, way more. Woman or man, noble or peasant, it mattered not. If the accusatory finger was pointed at you, you were pretty much doomed. They even had special jails for witches called Drudenhäuser, wherein torture was performed. Trials took place all over Europe, but Germany was by far the worldwide winner for most executions. Anyway, on that lovely note, shall I get started with the mask? I guess I'll have to go take all my lovely green makeup off and replace it with some green sludge instead. I'm gonna go wash this off and then I'm going to spread this all over my face. I need to be calmed down while I talk about horrible things. Burp. Truly scary. So I've just cleansed and scrubbed my face clean so it's a bit pink. Apparently this has a generous 15 grams inside. There we go. It's pretty affordable. A lot of masks are quite expensive, whereas this one was, I think it's about $15 for 8 of them. I know a lot of masks, for example, Tony Moly sheet masks are about $5 a go. Ooh, it's like a kind of muddy clay green. I suppose it is what it is, isn't it? Mud and clay. Okay. Ooh, it really smells like green tea. It smells very, ooh, getting my hair in it, very natural. Ooh. Oh, it feels nice actually. I'm painting my face with green muck. Mmm, healthy green muck. Mmm, slimy. It is cooling. It already feels cooling. I can feel the antioxidants. There is a lot in here, like that is a really good amount. Yay. This may be the sexiest I have ever looked on YouTube. Ooh. Slightly tingly in like the very sensitive parts around my nose. I do kind of brutalize my face with acids and things, so that's probably why. It says this is suitable for sensitive skin. There's so much in here, that's great. There's heaps. It also says you can put it on other body parts, like on your neck or your hands or wherever. This is kind of fun. It's just fun to apply. Insert witch cackle here. Oh yeah, looking real good. So now I leave this on for 10-15 minutes. Set a timer. and I guess it will dry. So while my beautiful green face is drying, let's continue with our witchcraft history, shall we? Around 500 people were executed as witches in England, although contrary to popular belief, they were hanged to death, not burnt. But up in Scotland, they had a great time burning witches, prosecuting 3 times as many people. They also used peat, which made the pyres burn hotter to reduce the body to dust. But it wasn't all bad. Most were garroted before burning, which was considered merciful. 4,000 people there were tried, 3/4 of whom were women, because women were considered more vulnerable to the temptations of Satan. So in Scotland, about 1,500 people were executed as witches. Considering the population of 800,000 at the time, this is kinda a lot. You could be picked out for being a herbalist, a midwife, being left-handed, or having red hair. Maybe your spiteful neighbour blamed you for their child's sickness, failure of a crop, or a cow failing to give milk. Years and numbers are all very well, but we want to hear the gory stuff, don't we? Oh yes, we do. Starting to dry a wee bit. Looking good. How were witch trials conducted? The witch's body would be examined for a devil's mark, which could be pretty much anything. A birthmark, a mole, a freckle, or extra nipple from which she suckled her familiar. This mark was a brand, proof of an accord she'd made with the devil while attending a Sabbath. And that's when the witch pricker comes in. The witch pricker was a long, sharp needle or bodkin, and its purpose was to find a point on the body that would not bleed or feel pain when pricked. However, sometimes this was a retractable needle, which would of course cause no pain nor bleed. There was also a trial by ducking, duking, or swimming. The witch might be sat on a special duking stool, her arms crossed and thumbs nailed to the legs of the stool, or her arms crossed and each thumb tied to the big toe of each foot. Then she'd be thrown into a lake. If she drowned, she was innocent. If she floated, that was the devil preserving her life. I heard that family members would throw rocks at the accused to help them sink, because thereafter everyone in the witch's family might be similarly tried. But by far the most common way to prove a witch was to get a confession out of him or her. And this was achieved through a creative variety of torture. The accused witch was made to confess, and you would be amazed what a person can be got to confess under torture. In Scotland, we used pillywinks, a type of thumbscrew. Another popular method was the Spanish boot or boot torture, of which there were several versions. The strappado was another, where the wrists are bound behind the back, then lifted from behind and suspended, dislocating the shoulders repeatedly. It was common to be kept awake for days, which may account for the dreamlike, fantastic accounts of attending Sabbaths and meeting with demons. There are some truly horrific tales of individuals and what they underwent while being made to confess. My timer has just gone off, so I will go wash this off in just a second. If I've whetted your appetite to learn more about witchcraft history, there is a lot out there to read, but I found a pretty good and thorough podcast you might enjoy called The History of Witchcraft, which I will link below if you'd like to have a listen. I will also link to where you can get this most excellent mask. This is really attractive. I look kind of lizard-like. Ooh, there's some in my hair, whoops. It feels quite tight but not uncomfortable, and that slight stingy feeling is completely gone. It is very cooling and nice. I'm sure it's absorbing all my imperfections. Can it also absorb my personal imperfections? Now I am to rinse it off with warm water and see if I am more beautiful underneath. All done. That came off without a fuss. I feel like I've done something good for my skin. Like that much, something like 70% green tea. Like surely that much green tea has to be good for you. I think it did actually like clean my skin a lot. I feel like I don't see sebum and stuff. I think that's actually a pretty good mask. Well, I'm glad that I'll be able to use this another 7 times. It was a very nice mask. It did what it said on the box. I like it. I'm glad I got it, not just for the, you know, the novelty witch theme, but it was very nice. I feel purified. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my wee talk about witchcraft history. I actually have other masks that I think would be fun to talk about, other various dark historical cool shit that we want to hear about, so might do that. Like I said, it's a huge subject and there's so much more to learn if you really want to get into it. Very, very interesting. I love history, especially dark history. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. You know you want to. And as always, take care of yourself, be nice to each other, stay cool, and I will see you next time. Bye!